The woman was horrified to discover that the shirt her husband had worn during his cremation had mysteriously reappeared in their home. She immediately recalled the series of strange events that had occurred recently. A few days earlier, she had woken up from a dream in which her husband had returned, but in reality, her husband had been dead for 7 days. She thought it was just a nightmare, but when she turned around, she was startled to find a ring on the bedside table. At first, she thought it was her own wedding ring, but upon realizing her own ring was still on her finger, she broke out in a cold sweat. The wedding ring was actually her husband's ring, but she clearly remembered touching his wedding ring on his hand during the cremation. She immediately went to her daughter's room, where her daughter told her that dad had come back, played hide-and-seek with her, and kissed her forehead. The woman thought it was her daughter's excessive longing causing a hallucination, so she comforted her daughter. But the next moment, she felt something was off. It was the scent of Zheng Yuan's ancient dragon perfume. Could it be that Xiao Yu had secretly taken it out to smell? No, that couldn't be right, because Zheng Yuan's belongings had been cremated with him. She remembered again that her husband's belongings had been cremated with him, which made her suspicious, but her daughter insisted that her father was there. The woman turned around and indeed saw a shadow behind the curtain. She was startled and mustered her courage to pull back the curtain, but found nothing there. The woman had a false alarm and found nothing unusual. She could only comfort her daughter to sleep, thinking it was a hallucination caused by their excessive grief. But when she reached for the ring, she found it was gone. Just then, their wedding photo suddenly fell off the wall, startling her again. Upon closer inspection, she found the nail on the wall had come loose, but the ring's whereabouts remained a mystery. The next day, the woman woke up to find the wedding photo hanging on the wall again. What was going on? Had everything that happened last night been a dream? But she clearly remembered that it hadn't been there the day before. She got up and made a cup of milk, but after sending her daughter to school, she turned around and was startled to find that the milk had turned into coffee. Only her deceased husband had liked coffee, and fear once again overwhelmed her. Just then, a lottery official approached the woman, claiming her husband had won 10 million yuan and instructing her to claim the prize at 444 West Mountain Road by midnight. The official also mentioned that Zhang Yuan had purchased the lottery ticket on April 4th, which was the very day of his cremation. The woman was once again filled with doubt. That evening, she went to the address on the business card, only to find it was a cemetery. When she turned around, she realized the sanitation worker had also disappeared, leaving her terrified and at a loss. Just then, her best friend arrived.